Hello, hi there, Aquarius. I do hope that you are all well. And my name is Bella, and welcome to my channel. So, if you're watching me for the first time, this is your love horoscope for November 2018. I'm a psychic, so I read the energies and I give you a sort of a general read to see how it may play out for you, basically. So, as most of you know, I do like to jump right in. And before I came on, I was speaking to my guides about the best way to describe a personality in your life, a love connection in your life. Now, some of you may be fully aware about what I'm talking about, fully aware of what this person is doing. But if you're not, in November, you certainly are going to become much, much more aware about what they're doing. So, my guides are trying to remind me of a fable, and I think it goes like this, basically. So they're basically, it's called like the dog and the reflection, and it's about a dog who, is walking around, finds a bone, wants to take that bone and wants to go and eat it. And as he's sort of walking away with the bone, comes to a river and he sees his reflection. Anyway, so when he sees a reflection, he thinks it's another dog with another bone. And he's determined that he wants to have that bone too. And so he goes to growl at that dog with the aim of, if he growls at him, that other dog might drop his bone and then he gets two bones. Anyway, when he growls, his bone obviously falls out of his mouth and into the water. And therefore he then loses that bone. He has no bones now because it's sunk to the bottom. He can't get it. And so he walks off feeling sorry for himself because he ends up losing when he was trying to gain out of greed. And so I tell you that story because my guides are saying here there's somebody romantic that either comes into your life or is very, very much in your life right now who's a bit greedy. Now, what that implies is the traditional thing, i.e. you're not the only person in their life, or they just want more than perhaps they are deserving right now. So that could be as simple as they could be going for money. They could be going for you doing everything for them where they don't have to. They could be going for some kind of gain from you. And my guides are saying some Aquariuses will know this. They will see this from that person and they will know exactly what it is that that person's trying to ascertain for themselves, that are greedy about to get. It could also be as simple as you have a dynamic with your husband or your wife where they want to manipulate a situation to their advantage using whatever kind of manipulation or deceit they can to be able to get something that benefits them and doesn't necessarily benefit the relationship. Okay? And my guide is saying here, it's going to backfire on them. Because like I said, you're going to find out. You might be finding out now because I'm telling you and your eyes will be open. Or some of you already know, but you just don't have the proof to be able to prove it, basically. Now, what the moral of the story was with the dog with the reflection is that that dog realises that being greedy gets you nowhere, that being manipulative or deceptive gets you nowhere. It gets you with a loss. So that example where he wanted two bones, so for example, if you're with somebody who has two people on the go and you happen to be one of them, what do you think the moral is? That they'll end up losing not just one of you, but both of you. The greed aspect is what the universe is trying to teach that person a lesson. Now, my guides are saying here in the first week, in particular in November, this individual, and again, this could be a new person too, is really trying their best to paint a picture. To be, it is in that week that they're at their highest and most deceptive, and it could be because maybe they feel they know that you're onto them, and so they're trying a little bit harder. It could also be that they're just too overly confident, and so try too hard, but it's actually that trying too much that actually trips them up. My guides are saying here, it's like they think they're conning you or duping you, but basically it's like they're like, when you get like a double agent, they think they're conning you, but actually you're almost conning them back into letting them believe that you're falling for what it is that they're trying to do. So there you are, both of you kind of being really steely, really kind of like both wearing a mask, trying not to give away, a bit like poker, trying not to give away your hand. You Aquariuses are being observant, watching what they will do, what they don't do, so that you can, like, there's a core strength in you that is like, I just need to get the proof. I just need to see them do it before I make a decision. Do you see what I mean? I just need to see how they react when I say this. They basically, because obviously this is general, there's something that they do after that first week of heavily being deceptive in probably a very obvious way, that you take swift justice, basically, that you find out, basically. So it is in the second week. Like, my guides are putting it as an achievement for you than it is anything negative. So some of you might think, oh, I'm really worried about this person being with another person, and what Bella seems to be telling me right now is that I'm going to find out in the second week, and that's going to be hurtful. But it's coming across as you feeling like a sense of achievement, that you were right, that you didn't lose anything out of this, like didn't lose humility, or you didn't lose money, or you didn't lose some sort of embarrassment, basically, that you gain the upper hand to be able to take control of it, or to at least have knowledge and power that that person felt they were keeping away from you, that you feel ultimately victorious because you saw through them, basically. They'll be licking their wounds, just like that dog I was talking about. Now, for them, it gives them it's a growth for them. It's like perspective. Because even though I'm making this seem darker than what it is, it could be, because we all have a different moral compass, don't we? So there's some things that might bother me and I might find deceptive, whereas somebody else might not. It depends on the situation. But for those of you where it will matter, maybe, let's say, so this is a long-term partner that is really messed up on something, is it a situation that maybe perhaps warrants a divorce because of it? What I can say to people in that set of circumstances is that the person has learnt their lesson. They learn they learn that they cannot hoodwink you, and that if they want to go forward with you, if you allow it, because it really does depend on the level of deceit and what it means to you, that they're likely not do it again, because they know that you'll know. So after that, the third week is really about choices. What choices do you want to make? What direction do you want to go in? Do you stay? Do you go? Do you take what you've learnt? Do you take this experience and do you just discard it? Do you stay? Do you go? What do you do? I get for some of you, there is actually some legal stuff that goes on from this. So this could be, again, you might decide to see somebody because of this. You might be divorcing because of this. There is something in the third week that for some of you will make a legal decision around also as well. But there is a choice. Choices, basically. I think for some of you, it won't just be one thing that you can do about this. And that also includes resolving the matter. That is a choice that is definitely there. But it could come with certain caveats so that you know and you feel secure about what will and won't not happen. For those of you where it is money that is the key thing here, that person quite swiftly, to help you a little bit with that choice, will make you an offer in regards to repaying or giving or compromising on whatever the circumstances is in that third week, again to help you to make a choice about which way you want to go forward. They are appearing to be seeming to do the right thing because they've realised the error of what they've done. So just like that dog with the bone, do you think he'll do it again? No, because what does it mean for that person? Loss. And I know for some of you listening to this, you might think, well, I might be losing out. No. You're gaining knowledge, power, and self-respect and love. It's completely the opposite to how that person feels about their actions. And the only way they can gain that back is becoming better. There's a different way of going about things, basically, is what my guides are saying here, is what they learn. For some of you, particularly in the fourth week, some of them who really want to fix this, and perhaps you have said no to them, no way. They don't go away quietly, because I get a lot of you like, la, I don't want to hear from you, stop messaging me, stop telling my friends about this. Just like you're feeling a certain amount of pressure from them, basically, and you just don't want to hear it. And so I do get some of you will be blocking, some of you will be tuning that noise out, where you have decided, I don't want to be with them. And that again includes somebody new, that this has all happened in a short amount of time. I get a lot of you who've made the decision to walk away, not only having to do that, but continuing to do that because it's for your own well-being. It's hard because I just get that this person's a little bit like a fly in an ointment. Doesn't want to go away, because I think it's no matter what I say about them learning the lesson and probably then telling you the truth or being more truthful, it's a bit like the boy who cried wolf. If you do that, if you do something to, take someone's trust away, then you've lost it, haven't you? So that's kind of the general, quite specific theme that my guides have given me to you Aquariuses in this month for you to kind of consider, to navigate through. I really, really hope that's been helpful, and if this has resonated with you and you'd like to have a personal reading, the links are just down below. And my readings start as little as $4.99. And I hope to see you here next month, where we're at the end of the year. Can you believe it? Anyway, you gorgeous, lovely Aquariuses, thank you so much for coming to me. And I hope that's been helpful, and you all have an amazing November. Take care.